I'm going to go back to the Magic Mesa. I'm going to ride my electric bike up, and we're going to go into more details around the Magic Mesa than I've ever done before, as far as the petroglyphs, the ancient artifacts, and exploring and doing paranormal investigating down in the valley below. So here we go, back to the Magic Mesa. You ready? There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown. We are here at the Magic Mesa. It has been a long time since I've been able to revisit this place and film it on camera because some crazy stuff has happened here. If you are unfamiliar with this series and the research that has gone on in this location, I'm going to put all the links in the description box down below and in an iCard up above in a playlist so you can go catch up and check it out.
Yeah. That is crazy.
The whole thing's lit up. It's like an iridescent glow. And gone.
Oh, there were shadows going across it.
What?
Yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah.
It's still all the way up on the left side.
Oh, that shadow. Oh my God, that shadow.
Whoa, whoa. The sound of the cars at all. Tons of lights right across the bottom. Last year, when I got a call from Brandon Fugel from Skinwalker Ranch and the History Channel, and they asked me to do an episode for the Beyond Skinwalker Ranch Season 1, they wanted to do an episode here at the Magic Mesa based on a lot of the strange research that I was doing here and the interesting findings. There's these paranormal lights and shapes that appear on this mesa behind me at night that are like this weird vapor, this white light that appears into different shapes. Now, there's been a lot of debunking that has taken place where we've come up here and used different night vision and explored this area. And we found out that a lot of it has to do with headlights from a road across town. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This road right here, this is the suspected culprit. As we drive up here, straight ahead, that is the Magic Mesa. Now notice, see, there's a car that goes past this intersection. There's some trees on the right and the left. There's a stop sign here and there. Now things might be a little bit different from the last series when we came up here and filmed, because this entire neighborhood wasn't here last time. In the last year, this development has been built. So this is all brand new. But notice how when vehicles drive up this road, it's probably 2 miles away, but it points directly, the headlights of vehicles point directly at the Magic Mesa. And then so if I had my high beams on and a car passed in front of me, it could create the illusion of shadow figures running across the base and waves of light, different triangles of light and shadows and things moving across the top of the mesa. And so the thing is we're going to have to go up on the hill to the south over here and look back this way into this neighborhood and see if we can debunk all of that. There's also going to be heavy equipment moving around out here that will probably have lights on it and vehicles going past that could affect things. To me, that's the most plausible and natural explanation when you use Occam's razor and you say, what is the most common sense answer to this entire mystery of lights appearing on the Magic Mesa in strange shapes? It's that through night vision and with the natural eye, you can see the Magic Mesa right there in line on that one road that has line of sight, and it could be headlights. But you know, I've had some people that have confronted me and emailed me and told me that I'm incorrect and that I'm wrong. Details like faces, there's figures, there's actually hands and repeatable figures, and sometimes it almost looks like a supernatural soup of different faces. Now, I understand that there's pareidolia. I understand what that is, where you like look at the clouds or you look at rocks and you think that you see faces, you think you see shapes. But in some of these, I'm telling you, they actually have teeth. They look like they have noses, eyes, faces, hands, and they seem to be like, this one seems to be like grabbing on to some kind of a rope, almost like a tether or a plasma chain. Maybe it's like part of the breaking opening of the wormhole or the portal, and it's almost like there's like a porthole there on the side of the mesa. And remember, this is in between these two ritual stone circles in this significant location that has been inhabited for thousands of years, and the petroglyphs and the rituals associated with have exactly to do with what we're finding in this evidence. So make of it what you will, but what we're seeing is what looks like almost like faces and figures, physical forms from an unseen realm pressing up against the glass, pressing up against our dimension of reality in some unseen way. And when you're standing there at the base of the mesa and these vehicle headlights come up and they hit the side of the rocks, somehow it creates this holographic illusion that amplifies the phenomenon. Right when I thought that I had answers to all of these mysteries, that it was headlights from that road in the distance, I got all these emails from quantum physics professors and people with PhDs and scientists that were taking my video footage and analyzing it, and they were finding things were not just necessarily headlights. There was weird, strange energy balls coming up out of the ground and different anomalies layered underneath the headlights that seemed to have something to do with the geology that's paranormal and supernatural here, or something even way weirder than that we haven't quite figured out yet. So we had major plans to come back to the Magic Mesa to film an entire episode here with the Beyond Skinwalker Ranch crew, and then go over to Nevada to Mount Wilson Ranch to film a second episode there. But then tragedy struck. There was a death, a mysterious death that happened right here in the valley of the Magic Mesa that was totally unexplainable. There was a guy who was suddenly down in the night in the valley down here who was running up through the bushes, came up to these vehicles in this parking lot up here, stole a work truck. For some reason, he broke open the window, climbed in, even though the door was unlocked, got the keys, started the truck up like he was running away from something, scared in the dark. And he drove right up this road. There used to be a big gate right here, and he crashed through the gate, even though it wasn't locked. So again, like he was running away from something. And in the truck, he crashed through the gate, went across the cattle guard here, and then he jumped out of his vehicle, took all of his clothes off, so he was completely in his birthday suit in the cold weather. And then he ran up through the creek, along the side of the road, through the trees, and then he perished in the cold, in the dark, kneeling down with his hands up in a bizarre position. My friend who works as a maintenance worker here for the landowner, which is how I get permission to come to this location, it's usually totally no trespassing, and you don't have access to it unless you know people and have that privilege. But there was an entire suspicious death that happened down here. And when my friend, he came down here and actually found the guy dead in the trees over here with no clothes on, he was all cut up and scraped up, running through the bushes. He even told the police that he thought the guy was down here doing something that he shouldn't, desecrating the ancient artifacts or doing drugs or something, and that he perished because he was trying to run away from a skinwalker. That's what it actually said in the police report. So I don't know. We were all set to do an episode for the History Channel here, and then all of a sudden that guy came down here, he stole the vehicle, crashed through the gate, stripped all of his clothes off, and died in the trees down here by the river. My friend found him, and so we had to totally say, we're not gonna film down here. No Beyond Skinwalker Ranch episode, and we just did the one episode up at Mount Wilson Ranch. But that's okay. Another reason why I'm back here at the Magic Mesa is not only because I've been getting all these emails from scientists and professors, quantum physicists who have been looking at my footage and my research and my night vision footage, and they're telling me I need to come back here and take a second look at all of this. But also, we have big news and announcements that the Beyond Skinwalker Ranch Season 2 is going to happen, and we're getting all geared up to dig open the tunnel up at Mount Wilson Ranch. So I have a huge advantage today. I'm here with the Velo Wave bike again. I've got an extra battery pack. I brought the one with the rack on the back. And so we're going to go up the hill, up the trail, and we're going to explore all these ancient petroglyphs and then go down in the valley into locations I haven't been able to access before, because usually I got to do it all on foot. But now that we've got the electric bike, we're going to do 4 times as much distance in a quarter of the time, and then we're going to come back at night and check out the light phenomena and see if we can get more data. I'm super stoked for this. I have another Velo Wave bike that has the straight bar across there, and I can get a second saddlebag rack to do this on that bike, but they're also interchangeable. I could take this one off and put on the other bike as well if I want. But I'm just going to strap my backpack on with bungees, and I mean, it's on there and ready to go. So I've got like 85% battery left for my entire trip up to Mount Wilson Ranch, and we're going to drive it up, and then I have a spare battery in the truck, because when we're done going up the hill to check out the petroglyphs, afterward, we're going to drop the bike down in the valley and go to the medicine wheels down below and go clear out there to where I've been told there's more petroglyphs on a giant boulder the size of a bus, and I haven't even seen those ones yet. This trail is pretty technical. Holy smokes. I feel like my handlebars are just a little bit loose too. I need to tighten those up. That's okay. This is fun on the electric bike. I think coming down in the elevation, my tires are just a little bit low, but so far, so good. What an amazing view. And it's almost like no effort at all. Holy smokes, look at this. I gotta show you this part. What an amazing view. There's the Magic Mesa. We're good. Feels a little soft. I could have put a little bit more air in it, but I think we're okay. Okay, we walk up here. Let's see. If I remember correctly, there are petroglyphs on the ground pretty much right off the bat. If we look closely, we should start to see them everywhere. Yep, here we go already. Wow, look at this. Handprints or footprints. Look, here's like a little animal. Let's count the fingers on this, or the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why? Oh, and then there's almost like a digit coming off of there. Like there'd be almost 8. That's wild. There's another one over here. Look, another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost an 8th. So crazy. And these are all right up here in view. Oh, more. Look at all these little tracks. These look like they have 5. And there's the mesa. We'll continue. Come up here, look. There's figures over here with horns. Now, I've seen this a lot. 3 fingers, 3 toes. Looks like 4 fingers over here. Oh, maybe 4 over here. But look how there's the little guy on top. And then this guy has the headdress or the horns. Another one here. And then here he is, and look at this. Like he's got energy or something, like a big lasso or something that coming out of his hand. And we see this all over the place, right? The shape of these characters here are incredible. Look at this. And there's more of a little guy here. Wow. And this is just up on top. Notice I haven't even stopped the video clip from here. Oh, look, here's just like over in Nevada, just like we just filmed over by Area 51. Notice how the arms go out. Square shoulder, square head, 3 fingers. It's like there's energy, something shooting off of him like magic. His rectangular head. This like portal symbol, spiral. And then up here is this big glyph. Wow. It's beautiful. Here we are. I'm going to keep going. There's more right here. Another figure. This is almost, again, this like a 3-fingered, or it's almost like a comet meteorite coming down or something. Here's a figure with his arms out. And more glyph symbols. And I think as we keep going, we're going to see more and more and more all the way up. And this is just the beginning. So what we're going to do is climb down here, and I'm going to show you the main set of petroglyphs here. And then afterward, back here, there is a medicine wheel. We're going to ride our bike all the way up here, if we can, on the trail on the ground, and see if we can find more petroglyphs.